Hey everybody, what's up? Episode number 17 now of my Football Manager 2020 YouTube video game series. It's the Return of Kaiserslautern. I'm Tony, as you know. We've just seen the January transfer window slam shut. So this episode is going to be a bit of a recap of a couple of players we brought in, a couple of players have gone out, so we're going to look and see what the squad looks like going forward. Plus, of course, we've got a couple of matches to recap as well. And then we've got a match against Paderborn, who are currently sat top of Bundesliga 2. We're in 5th, so that promises to be a great game, so I hope you guys enjoy that. If you are enjoying it, of course, please do hit like on the button down below. That's great. Subscribe to the channel if you can as well. That's much appreciated. Thank you so much, of course, to everyone who's already done that. And also as well, any comments and feedback, do hit them below in the comments section. I do reply to everything, so thank you again for anyone who's doing that. Also, if you haven't had a chance, go and please listen to the Football Manager Therapy podcast. It's available on all of your podcast platforms. It's on Acast, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, it's on Google Podcasts. Go there. Of course, we've got some YouTube footage as well of games we've got playing, so I hope you enjoy that sort of thing. But what we need to do is, this is obviously why we're here, is for Kaiserslautern. So let's go back and see what happened in the January transfer window, and then we face Paderborn. And here we are, guys. The transfer window is closed, as I said. Quite a busy one, I suppose, for the league. We were relatively busy. A couple of players have come in. Few players have gone out. A couple of transfer sagas as well, including players that we missed. As you can see, overall, we've got more players out than in. Elias Huth, a bit of a surprise. I wasn't really expecting to sell him, but Hanover came in with a bid of 450,000. It could go up to 650,000. And to be honest, we kind of thought the money would be well sort of taken and we could reinvest. He probably wasn't going to out the Iceman up front as number one striker, and Florent Picker's playing great at left wing, so made sense to do that deal. A couple of players we thought could maybe do with a bit more experience, so Quater's gone out on loan, Morabet's gone out on loan. He was also trying to get a new contract going on, so maybe this is a sort of way for him to earn it. And Yildiz as well has also gone out on loan to get a bit more experience of first team football. Now, obviously, we've got some incomers as well. We have only brought in loan players, two strikers. Aaron Seidel has come in here, 24 years old. Looks like he could be all right. We need a bit of sort of competition for Bjarnason, really. So we also brought in this guy, which is Suleiman Abdullahi as well, from Union Berlin. Again, a striker, 6'1", sort of pacey, about average. Like, looks like he might be able to do a job. I mean, as we said before, there was players that we missed out on. This is a guy which would have been an outstanding signing had we been able to pull it off. Marco Blint was valued at £300,000 by PSV. We put a couple of bids in, and then of course there's a few other teams start sniffing around. He's ended up going to Inter Milan for £4 million, which could rise to £8 million, so we were never in the hunt, I suppose, long term for him. The scouts were reckoning he was only like 3 stars, but I think there's definitely a player in there. This is a guy that we chased for most of January. You may remember him from last year, from Hamburg. It's Aaron Apoku, a left winger who, again, I think is pretty exciting. He's got a lot about himself. The figures was getting up towards £800,000, which I wasn't really comfortable on pressing the trigger for. He's seventh in the assists in Bundesliga 3. He would have sort of challenged Pick, I think. We may go back in the summer, we'll see. He's young enough to still be someone I might be interested in next season. This is a striker, again, we missed out on. He was coming in on loan for us. He's playing at Liverpool, valued at £10 million. We couldn't get him in on loan. Hamburg have actually gone out and just bought him. 4.6 million they've paid for him, and they've got him in there. And you know what? He looks pretty decent. He's going to do the job for them. And yeah, we may slightly live to regret that one. But, you know, never mind. It is what it is. Joshua Mees was sort of a player we had while we were sort of battling the Apoku deal. We had him in the back burner. He was going to sort of settle for around about the same fee, I think, maybe about 800,000. But just as we were getting towards contract negotiations, he signed another deal with Union Berlin. So we sort of feel as though we're being used as a bit of leverage, to be honest, which is a bit of a shame. But there, I suppose, you know, swings and roundabouts, because this has actually happened in the end of the season. We're going to bring Frank Ivina in from Bayern Munich 2. He's only 20 at the minute. I think there's definitely a talent in there. 20 years old. His stats are going to improve, obviously. Again, the sort of scouts are saying 3 stars. I think he's a bit better than that personally. So, and to get him in for a free, I suppose it's not really a loss. We could have paid for him now, but let him have another year developing and bring him across to ourselves as well in the summer. Again, another name you might recognise from earlier, the summer transfer window, Marajan Kavar. We've decided to bring him in at the end of the season as well. Again, another free transfer, so we're not spending money. He's coming on relatively low wages. He's going to add to what is already quite a packed midfield. So he's got his work cut out to get in, but I think he's a good player and he will give us something different. Obviously, defence is a part of the pitch we were always wanting to improve upon. Jonas David, and sadly, has again Hamburg pretty much become our menace over our nemesis over the January transfer window. Couldn't get him from Hamburg because he went to Eintracht Frankfurt instead on the end of the season. So again, we've missed out, but never mind. Hopefully we can do something. I like the look of this guy, Kilian Ludwig. I don't think we'll get him. Again, he's about £850,000 now. Plus Chelsea and Tottenham are interested in him, so I can't really see us doing it, but you never know. We'll see what happens in the summer. Games we played offline since we last spoke. Obviously, we've had sort of the German friendly games during the winter. Dynamo Dresden, we near the bottom, and we travelled there expecting to win, and we got a win as well, which was great. Because it's always important, obviously, once you've had that little sort of almost like pre-season break, like the winter break, obviously chuck some friendlies in at you. You want to get our momentum back up and running, and we were in decent form up until Christmas, so it's really important to come back with a win. And I mean, it wasn't straightforward though, I'll be honest. It wasn't the sort of pedal to the metal football that we've been playing usually. I think obviously there's a little bit of rust in there, which I guess is understandable, but we sort of did our thing. We did enough to get through, which I suppose is kind of all you really need. We had VAR called out for this. I thought this was a penalty. Referee went over, double checked it, and again there's that little bit of sort of tension going. It's our players a little bit slower because they've had a few weeks off. The leg just gets dangled out. Referee decided after consulting VAR, it's not a penalty. It's a free kick right on the edge of the box. Which is fine, you'll take that. It would have been nice had the referee maybe sort of, broke a sweat to get back and relay the information, but no, he liked a bit of theatre, he liked to drag it out, and ultimately it ended up just being a free kick, so not a problem at all. Bergman swung it in, and sadly we ended up heading it over the bar from Lucas Mai. And this is sort of where the second half began. Just usual sort of Kaiserslautern football, just knocking around the sort of Bergman, Bachmann, Chifchi playing it in the three, the little triangle, and then an outstanding just back pass to Uphoff to really sort of nothing like emphasising just how much you're playing for possession at this point, to go from the halfway line and just go back to the goalkeeper. That's fine. We'll build again from the back, and again, which is great. Just it shows that sort of belief in yourself that you're not going to sort of just push the ball forward and make mistakes. You're going to be very slow and deliberate with what's going on. Asta picks the ball up here, puts the cross in, and bang, what about that? I mean, that's the reason why the ball's gone all the way back to come all the way back forward again. I'm calling it now. That is a goal of the season contender, a genuine goal of the season contender. Great team goal, an absolute skill from Bergman to catch that on the volley and just rocket it straight in past the goalkeeper. Outstanding goal, brilliant. Liadji then, of course, played to Asta. Liadji picks the ball back up. Could have gone down, doesn't. And then Seydel had a great chance to get his first goal for the club, but sadly just goes straight at the goalkeeper. Now, also, what we need to mention as well, we brought these two strikers in on loan. The reason we brought two is because, Bjarnason's out of contract at the end of the season. Now, I don't fully know what to do with him. I don't know whether I suppose he's earned his right to have another season. He's not scored goals, really. But he's 29 now, so he's coming up to 30, so I don't want to sort of chuck a load of money at him. I don't want to give him a long-term contract to potentially put the club in financial difficulties. I think he's wanting about 9 grand, 10 grand or something maybe, which isn't huge amounts of money, but it would make him definitely in the top earner, if not the top earner. at the club. And I'm unsure, really. AIK Stockholm came in for him over the January transfer window, as did Malmo, as did Djurgårdens. He turned all those moves down, so that would have been a Bosman rule deal. So he is still at the club. He is still out of contract in the summer, so we'll see what happens. This one obviously may rumble on for a little bit, so I thought 2 players to come in just in case we lost him and we didn't have a replacement lined up. Obviously now, beneficial, 2 more strikers in there, which gives us 2 more options. So Pauli came to Fritz Walter after the Dresden match, and kind of just like, it wasn't the worst 0-0. It was a good 0-0 actually, to be honest. Quite a bit going on. And again, I think it was just one of those things where Sao Pauli came to the stadium. They knew what they wanted to do. They were going to play some football. So it was actually quite a good game. But again, just lacking that sort of killer instinct, which, like, it's a trouble, obviously. Great effort there. Thought we were going to score. Thought Abdullah was going to get his first goal, but sadly didn't quite happen. Great defensive block. Liadji, of course, still pulling the strings as our main creative outlet, because he's having a great season, and everything he touches really is it's just getting better and better and better as the season goes on. So we play a lot through him, and why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we use him to the best of our advantage? Mai here brings the ball out of defence to Bergman, winged out across there to Asta, who again, I'm really liking just how much ground Asta covers. Liadji there should have done better. I think if on current form, Liadji's in that position, you bank him, you bet on him to score, and I think he probably would have bet on himself to score as well. So a little bit disappointing there for it to still be 0-0. Chasing the ball down, which I like from Abdullah, showing a bit of sort of presence and a bit of desire. This was a let off. Thankfully, the offside flag had gone up, but I thought they'd beaten the offside trap. To be honest, I had my heart in my mouth, and we looked back, and it was fractional. It was like really, really marginal that he was just offside. So we really dodged a bullet there. Very, very lucky indeed. Probably didn't deserve to lose it 1-0, so it would have been a bit disappointing. But like, these things happen. You've got to concentrate all through the match. Otherwise, that sort of thing happens, and you're sat there staring at a defeat, which we wouldn't really have deserved. So probably last couple of attacks here. Bergman, Bachmann with the ball, just travelling sideways, which is, again, is sort of a sign of what we do. We sort of pull teams across, and that's a great opportunity at the back post again for Abdullah. He just gets his head on it, but just can't angle the ball back down, and you're almost willing it to go in at that point. But it's nice for the home fans to see the new loanee on board, have a look at him. Again, robbed possession, and this is happening a little bit too much now, which I really think we need to address. We've been sort of pulled up a couple of times, and obviously it really, really affected us against Karlsruhe, and this was one where we just about got lucky out of it, but again, need to stamp out on that. We can't just be standing on the ball and doing nothing with it and then getting robbed and putting ourselves under needless pressure, especially in a match where you're actually controlling and you just need to see it out. So yeah, something to do on the training pitch, I think, something to really, really pay some attention to. And again, this is just retaining possession, as we say, retain possession. And I suppose, once we realised it was going to be 0-0, there wasn't really any reason to push forward. Again, trying to play ourselves in trouble. Just need to sort of cut that out, because it's just not. It's not us. It's not really us, to be honest. But we got the point. I suppose it's better than nothing. We are, as we say, we're currently sat in 4th. Actually, I thought we were sat in 5th. At the start of the week now, so we've actually improved. Paderborn are top. They're playing great. They and Hamburg are really sort of fighting for it. Heidenheim are in there as well. Then there's us. So what's that now? 6, 7 points behind, 8 points behind. So we're probably out of the reckoning, really. But we could maybe we can maybe affect what happens going forward and who goes up and who stays down. Interesting decision in this match for both Paderborn and ourselves to choose to wear our alternative blue kits. Don't really understand why. Paderborn could have worn white, we could have worn red, but we've decided to both wear blue. I genuinely don't know. Presumably there's some sort of TV deal that means we have to wear blue. I'm at a loss, sadly, but that's the way it is. I guess it's like when Everton and Chelsea both wear blue, or Chelsea and Man City both wear blue, and you go, oh, it just looks weird. But I mean, I'll try my best to commentate for it. I've not got my glasses on, so I may miss a couple of the players and maybe get the wrong sort of stick, but it'll be fine. We'll get there. If you can't make the two teams out, then I'm sorry about that. We can blame the German Football Federation, who agreed for this match to go ahead like this. In fact, look at that. I mean, the referee's wearing bright red, almost just to emphasise the fact that I could have worn that kit. But never mind. It's only a little issue, isn't it? It's not a major issue. Here comes Asta now, out on the wing, rolls it back. Liadji goes past one, goes past two. Liadji, yes, great goal from the Magic Man. He's just a twinkle toes, isn't he? Like, picks the ball up, goes one way, goes the other, dives through a tackle, and it's like, almost sort of goading the defender into thinking, come on, have a go. But by the time you get closer, he's already just took the ball into the bottom corner. And that's a great goal. That's a brilliant goal. A, to score, and B, in terms of the fact that it's against such top opposition. He's really having a great season, isn't he, Liadji? And I think it's well deserved. A bit of a dive there, with some arms out, which was a bit of a sort of wrestling move almost. I think from Bachmann deciding to try and grapple with the opposition, but we got away with it, so that's fine. We can just keep play to the whistle, is what you always say, isn't it? If you can get a couple of grabs in, fine, but if the referee sees you, it's coming back. A bit of a counter attack now. Great ball that is, isn't it? That's a great ball, and that's 1-1. You can't really begrudge it, to be honest. It's a nice ball. Richter's finished it off. It's Antwi Adje. Bit of pace, and that's a cracking ball, to be honest. Yeah, just caught a little bit high. Not really. Richter's on the shoulder of the defender as he pushes out, and it's not really one you can criticise too much because it's a good goal, but disappointing. I guess it's that thing, isn't it? So when you're playing against quality, you play against quality. So we need to be better. Liadji now cuts it back to Asta. Great ball in, headed away sadly. It's come out to Maya. Chivsky's intercepted. Oh no! Antwi Adje is on the way again, and out comes Volgamer. Great save. We should have been punished then. We've got very, very lucky indeed. Corner comes in, headed away, and this Antwi Adje guy is looking pretty decent, isn't he? He's got a bit of pace about himself, and I think he's causing a lot of problems. So we need to maybe look at him a bit more in the second half. See if there's a plan to close him down. Oh God, he's away again, isn't he? Here he goes. Here's Volkhammer. We've been let off. Ball's played in. Great header. Good save. That's a chance, isn't it, for us there? Got a corner, so better than nothing. And again saved from Huth, the goalkeeper. Maybe we have to rely on set players now. Don't know. But we definitely have to keep this Antwi Adje guy at bay. He's having a field day down there, and he great ball in again, and just we need to get tighter on him. But I'm worried if we get tighter, he's then going to just roll the defender and he's away. So I guess it's part of the problem that Asta plays so high up. That's another good ball as well, isn't it? And lucky that he's put that over the top. Okay, that's a ricochet. Out we come. Here comes Chifchi picking up the loose ball. That's fine. Chifchi into Liadji. Plays it out now. Here's Bachmann. Bachmann driving forward. He's intercepted now. And the counter-attack's on again. And here's Volkhammer again. Through a goal. Great tackle from Bachmann. Brilliant. Just, that's what you want. And again, a good header away. Chifchi, please just turn away and just boot it. Straight at the goalkeeper. And I say it's been a decent match, this, hasn't it? This has been a decent match to watch. I can't call it, really. I think it's like a draw is pretty good. But either team could win it. Great ball in for Pick. He's got to finish it. Oh, what a save that is. That's a lovely stop. Pick's got to do better, but he's under a lot of pressure. Keeps out really, really quick. Makes the angle difficult for him. Pick's through again. Pulls it back. Has the moment gone. Bachmann, Bergman. Out to Meyer. Meyer back into Pick and again leaves the defender behind. Pulls it back and it's another save. Oh, this is brilliant stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Chifchi, good ball in. Liadji comes off the post, gets the header. 10 goals now. 10 for the season for Isaac Liadji. We knew we had a player. That's what he's there for. That's what he's there for. He takes those, he turns it from a point. Can we get that 3 points? Have we got enough to see us over the line? This will be a huge result if we have. Absolutely huge, but there's a lot of football still left and he's gone for it. Antwi Adje has gone for it and he's plucked out the air from up off. His Pick now driving through to Liadji. Asta. Here's Chifchi. Bergman out to Pick. Pick again, just puts the afterburners on and straight at the goalkeeper who spilt it and then managed to sort of smother the ball at the second attempt. And again, we're getting caught on the break. Good stop by Uphoff. I don't think this one's over yet. This is not over. We've got to literally concentrate all the way. Good ball in. Headed back down. Blocked. Headed back down. Hit the goalkeeper on the line. Very fortunate. Very, very fortunate indeed. Headed away. Come on. This has got to be it. Last one, surely. Get the ball away. Seidel. Just hold it up. That's all you got to do, buddy. Nice. Bergman. Here's Pick. Can we finish it? Oh, good block. Good block by the defender. That would have been great. If we could have put that away and made that 3, that would have been brilliant. Ball comes out. Chifchi. We've done it. Whew, 3 points. Probably wasn't expecting that, to be honest. That wasn't on the cards when we saw the fixtures come out. But we will take it. That's fantastic. That's a cracking result there. Which, I suppose now we've got to build on. Can we make it towards the playoffs? Ooh, it's going to get tight now, isn't it? It's going to get interesting. Let's see where we are in terms of points. I think we're maybe on about sort of 4, possibly 6 points now off the playoffs. Can't really be upset about that, to be honest. Might as well do a little bit of press conference while we're here because obviously they want to talk about Liadji and just how good he is. And you're right, I can sit and talk about this guy all day. That Antoine Adje, he played a cracking game as well, to be honest. So we've kind of got to be a bit respectful about him and say, well done, pal. That was a great performance for yourself. A few games to come next, of course, which we'll play offline. Then we'll come back in. As I say, if you're enjoying the videos, please hit like. Do subscribe to the channel. Do leave comments below. If you get a chance to go and check out Football Manager Therapy, please do that as well. As we say, Acast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all your podcast formats. There's the final table where we are. The final table, the table for this episode. As we say there, 8 points. 8 points is quite a lot to make up on Heidenheim, but I think that things might start to get interesting. So do keep subscribing to the channel. Do keep coming back. Another video at the end of the week. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Take care, and we'll see you soon.